right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. A lot to dive into and discuss in today's video as uncertainty unfolds and is confirmed by Snip3down himself. And what will the FaZe roster look to do coming into ALGS Year 4? Obviously, there's a lot of question marks around this, a lot of rabbit trails to go down to maybe get a little bit of an inference on what's going on with them. And then, of course, we've also got to talk about Zaptoh, because Dark Zero has been in the mix. We saw him scrimming with a different team. Could they be a possibility? And then we've even heard rumors of another team that could be interested in Zaptoh as well. Like I said, a lot to dive into and discuss in this one. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay update all things Apex Legends esports related. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into this. First thing I wanted to make mention of Apex Season 19. Obviously, Legend meta changes are coming. We've kind of already talked about this already, but if you guys have not seen it, Respawn has basically listened to what some of the bigger pro complaints were. The can't see meta, the bang digi meta. They're trying to get rid of that. So, of course, the digital threat's no longer going to be craftable, and then Bangalore is going to get completely nerfed to the ground. Catalyst kind of nerfed to the ground. Catalyst and Bang, for the most part, should not be meta. So, really look forward to like a new meta coming into Season 19. But what's also interesting is like the PLQs are pretty important. Pro League qualifiers are very important. Teams are not going to have a lot of time to really dial in the perfect meta for this new whole ALGS Year 4, but they're going to have to adapt to something very quickly, because obviously Season 19 will be coming out before the PLQs happen, and you're going to have to find out what's going to work best for your team. And there's a couple of big players and big names that we're going to be looking for in that PLQ also, or PSQ, whatever you want to call it. Also wanted to mention Apex Legends Pro Snip3down confirms the uncertainty for FaZe. So a lot of question marks have been around FaZe, and we've been wondering, are they going to step away? Is the roster going to even compete with each other? And Snip3down did confirm that they are not actually looking like they're going to be competing with one another any longer. Now, this is where it all starts. By the way, if you guys did not see this on apexglobalseries.com, you really should, because I accidentally posted this clip with myself in my underwear in the top left, and I really didn't mean to do it. The Twitch clips weren't working. I had to OBS screen record. Didn't realize my camera was up there for a good solid 30 minutes. I was in my underwear on the website. It was just terrible. It was such an embarrassing moment for me. Anyways, if you've not seen the clip already of what Snip3down had to say, roll the clip.
I mean, we're probably not playing together, but until you hear otherwise, it's unofficial.
So, of course, a lot of people had something to say about that, because we've been confused as to what exactly will be happening with FaZe. Where will Snip3down go? Where will Phony Frexes go? Well, we did see recently in scrims that Snip3down was actually nowhere to be found on the League of Legends roster. And this was kind of like a meme roster that was going on, but it did include Phony. It did include Frexes. And of course, Zen from Sentinels was actually over there as well. Zenial was playing with LOL. Now, the weird thing about this is it is a massive cluster of drama, rumors, or like, you know, nitty gritty details that really make this confusing. Zen really should consider teaming with RKN for the Pro League spot, but obviously if he has another Pro League spot in another team, maybe he should go for it. But what if something falls through and then he gets stuck without any team? That's where things really start to get complicated, because we've heard a lot of names go all over the place. And of course, you know, he could still play with RKN on the old Sentinels roster spot that they had. And of course, it is expected that Sweet Dreams might be building on that Sentinels, you know, organization from now on, but it doesn't mean that he couldn't still have the spot. However, if these rosters go in every which way, then you got to wonder what in the world is happening with Snip3down. Is FaZe even sticking around in the Apex Legends scene? If they are they going to build around Snip3down again, or are they going to build around Frexes and Phony and bring in some new guy? I really don't know, and I think it gets really crazy, because on top of all of that, you've also got to talk about the rumor of Zaptoh. Now, Zaptoh is another guy that has been mentioned very recently, because he did get poached, it seems, from Meat Lovers, but we don't know exactly where it was to. Now, we have two different stories. Number one, you could see very recently, 3 days ago, Zaptoh was actually playing with the Complexity roster with Monsoon and Funk. Now, of course, a lot of people were assuming that maybe, okay, Complexity actually gave Zaptoh a bag and therefore he had to go. We also saw that Lux had actually said that Zaptoh had offers, and therefore it was obvious that he would go and try to, you know, explore these options, right? Anybody would, right? If you're not getting paid on Meat Lovers, of course, you might want to go look where you can get paid on an actual tier 1 organization. However, this is where things get weird. Take it for what you will. Take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. According to sources that is close to Zaptoh himself, the sources say that the actual offers were not Complexity, but it was Dark Zero and believe it or not, FaZe, which is really weird. But the reason I'm almost like disputing that is because when you look at these scrims, you wonder, why is Zaptoh playing with Complexity? Why is Anile trying out for the League of Legends team, the old FaZe roster? Why not Zaptoh playing with FaZe? And then why not, you know, maybe Zen playing with someone else or filling in for someone else? It's really hard to tell because scrims are just scrims. A lot of people have filled in for a lot of people. We've seen so many people fill in. Designful was filling in for one guy. Timmy filled in for another guy. Hal filled in for Dojo. I mean, everybody was playing with everybody. It's just simply scrims. And for a lot of them, it's just a bunch of reps going down. So it's really hard to tell what's really trialing, what's really, you know, trying out people, and what's just basically, hey, we need to pick up so that we can play in tonight's scrims. Of course, a lot of details going around, a lot of rumors, and of course, not all these rumors can be true at once. So it's going to come down to one of the options being picked over the other. But I'm very interested to see what the Dark Zero roster does, because we now know that this Koifel option over here does not seem likely at all, because it does seem like Koi might go play with Sweet, but of course we'll just have to wait and see. But Zaptoh would probably be their best option as of now that I could think of, or personally, I disagree with myself already. I think Zane would be a better option for them to go for, but I'm not really sure what Zane is up to either. I know one thing is that they've got to start getting these things lined up, because you're starting to get to about a month's worth of scrims that these other teams have more reps under their belt. Now, you could say it might not matter because season 19 is going to bring a new meta anyways. Therefore, they might just want to scrim on the new meta. However, you know, I'll let you guys decide what you think on that. But also, just as we wrap the video up, want to let you guys know that Apex Legends has also confirmed new matchmaking changes. I also want to bring this argument to the table because I recently talked about this on my Twitter as well. Season 13 Ranked Reloaded. I read those patch notes yesterday and I really decided, like, dude, we actually missed out on a really good one, because one of the bigger things that people are frustrated with now is that you could really be hard stuck into silver and not have like any chance to get out because you're constantly playing Apex Predators. Like, even though you shouldn't play Preds until you get Pred or at least Diamond 1 or something, you're now stuck playing Preds inside silver because it goes based upon your hidden MMR system now. Now, when you look back at the old system, honestly, I feel like Ranked Reloaded was really good because you had an uncapped KP. Those KP started to become less valuable as the game progressed. So as you got more kills later on in the game, they started to become less valuable. And I think that's a great idea because it still gives you rewards for getting the KP. However, it doesn't reward you like as much. So you might want to slow down and start worrying about your position. Also, the updates that you got to your you know, entry costs were different per division. Like, it was so meticulous. And then also you had a lot more rewards for getting 13th, 12th, 11th, and then the multipliers for your kills. It just made so much more sense in my opinion. And I also think that the whole skill division, tier division bonuses that you got were a lot better on this system than they are now with the whole hidden MMR. It's just so weird that you can get like 5 kills in second place and get 300 points some games in ranked, and then you can also get first place with 7 kills and get 250 points. Like, you get less sometimes for doing better, and it's all because you don't really know what level of a lobby that you're in. Well, despite all of that, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. All we know is that Apex has confirmed matchmaking updates. Whether or not it's going to change the way ranked feels, I'm not sure. We also know that it will be definitely changing how public matches feel, because Respawn said recently in an interview that, or in a preview for the press, that they are always tuning SBMM, and also they won't say exactly how they're changing it for obvious reasons. But the public matchmaking is definitely getting some revisions, and they've already done some testing, and the exact schedule of the changes are unclear, but numerous updates are coming out this season. Hopefully some of these are for ranked, and hopefully ranked feels a little bit better also. Interested to see what you guys have to say about all the topics down in the comment section below. Who would be the best new FaZe roster? Where could you see yourself going with Snip3down? Also, what will Frexes and Phony do? I have no idea, but I'm interested to see your takes down below. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.